Hey kids, welcome back to Guitar Quackery Live. Let's get ready to work. Yeah, in fact, I've been working all day, kind of. I started at around 1 p.m. today. I had a dentist in the morning, well, at noon actually. It was supposed to be before noon, but they rescheduled me last minute. Yeah, that was just a cleaning. All right, so you're watching Guitar Quackery Live. This is the one and only live streaming guitar repair channel in the world. Which reminds me, I'm going to copy and paste this link, the link to this live stream, copy and paste and send to the customer, the owner of this guitar. Yeah, okay, let me find him. Okay, it's Dr. John. Copy and paste. And here it goes. So this is what I do here. These links go out to my customers and they get to watch me as I work on their guitars. I need a haircut. Yeah, look at that. I already did some dry runs, a total of 1. Okay, so, you know, there's an old Chinese proverb that says, before you do a bridge glue-up job, just make sure you do plenty of dry runs. Well, I've done plenty on other guitars. On this one, I only did 1. It works fine. Let's just go ahead and glue this thing. But there's, you know, we got things to talk about first. Yeah. All right. I'm going to show you the guitar. So this is my dry run, the one and only dry run that I'm going to do. It looks like this. Okay, and you can see, well, you can see I made a clamping call right there, right? So this is it. And you can see I have this camera. So we are doing like an internal viewing with this endoscope. And I'm going to place this light inside, right here, to illuminate. This is not very tight, it's just there, a placeholder, kind of. So, here, we got some light. And I am going to connect this phone so we can look inside. All right, and it's going to show the image here on my phone. Right there, I rotate the image. So how come it's so dark? It looks very dark. I put a light on the inside. Okay, so let's flip it. Flip the image. Okay, now I want to put the camera here so that you can see what I see. Is this a good place for the phone? Not sure. It'll do, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of dark. Okay, so now I need to use this switcher here because my phone is now used for the endoscopy. So I have this image I see on the inside, and as you can see, we see the light, and I see the clamps on the inside. Now, it's important to see where the clamps are hitting. So there's a bridge plate which you don't see because I put an internal clamping coil there, and this clamp is hitting the brace, which is fine. Now the other two clamps, the middle clamps, are hitting the internal coil, and this clamp is also hitting the brace. So to be honest with you, I already examined this, and here you see, we're going to talk about this in a moment. And you can see this thing on the other side as well, right there. Same thing. This, okay, that's it's a, you know, something. So I am now going to well, I need to say something. So I examined the guitar on the inside now before I put the glue, and I made sure that these two clamps are hitting the braces, part of the braces on the inside. So now when I remove this clamp, I'll show you a close-up. I actually marked off with a pencil a circle where this needs to be so that the inside foot, pad, whatever, hits the brace, okay? Like right in the middle of the brace. And same thing on the other side. Okay? So, that's that. Now, I can start removing these clamps. Okay? And this clamp here is going to hold that plate that I put on the inside. So if I remove the clamp, the plate will fall, which means I need to grab the plate. Here it is. Let's place it here. And now I can remove the clamp. And now I can show you a close-up of this. As you can see, I marked off where the two outside clamps need to be. And what we saw on the inside through these holes were these two Teflon pins, okay? So they are alignment pins. We only need to use two of them. Okay, here they are. This is the bridge. Now, on the inside, we can see there's a little bit of damage on the bridge plate. So these holes are slightly enlarged. And I wonder if I should be fixing them. It's not too bad. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should just... Why don't I... I'm going to place this here, because I want to have a closer look at this. Let me reposition that inside light. Zoom in on this. Okay. So we see. So let me cover these holes. So this is kind of a normal wear and tear. See, the ball ends of the strings kind of cause a little damage right there. And then the strings go too deep inside. And I think that these holes might be kind of enlarged. So maybe it would be a good idea to plug them and re-drill. Okay, so there are various methods available to us, technicians, to repair these. One very aggressive method so we have two viewers, Mark's Gas Station and Dr. Jeffrey Boyle are here. Yeah, in this case, I think I can use just the wood filler. So it dries really hard. Yeah, I think I could do that. Wood filler, and then re-drill. See, that'll also prevent the glue from dripping into the guitar. Although I am going to use modeling clay as well to plug the holes. Yeah, so you see, this is a live stream, right? So I'm improvising. I'm thinking what I'm going to do. And I think it would be a good idea to plug them and re-drill. Okay. Why don't we do that? So here, I'll place the camera like this, so you will see both the inside and the outside, okay? Oh, and by the way, I made this clamping call for this bridge, and these alignment pins, they fit through this, right? And I have these two slots cut so that it's flexible, so that these two clamps really clamp down the two wings. Okay. Let me see. Give me a minute. Let me think. I could use a pick. Let me see. Let me cut this straight. I'm going to use a pick. Scissors. Yeah. Nothing to it. I just cut a pick like this. Okay, it's not in focus, but I think you can see what I did. Oh, come on. I think it's focusing on my eyes. Okay, all right, so the top like that, right? And what I'm going to do is I am going to use it. Okay, so you can't really see. I need to put the camera here. It's not just that you can't see. I want to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, so where are we? Here. Like that. So I want to, okay, and I don't want to plug this hole. I want to start, I want to only do the 4 holes in the middle. Yeah, in this direction, I guess. Okay. Okay, I think that's a good view. Okay, and now I wanna, well, like I said, I'm going to use this pick, just like that. And I'm going to use one of those pins, one of those Teflon pins. So this is, this gets really hard. Well, which tells you that it's going to get hard on the inside of the guitar as well. Yeah. Hold on. Bear with me, please. I'm going to just squeeze out a little bit of this on a tray. I got to make a tray. Okay, that's what I got. This is going to be my tray. Now, it's clogged here, so I want to have a decent amount so that it doesn't dry up right away. I use this for the neck joint on Taylor guitars. Okay, I think that's enough. Yeah, I think so. Okay, and you know, this is kind of hard to remove, but I want to use my bare hands for this, and I think it might be a good idea to do this. All right, why not? So, what are we doing? I am going to take one of those pins to kind of tap from above just to pack it, right? So, like that. So, somehow you'll be able to see with this camera here. And yeah, let's do it. You know, there was that section that was kind of gummed up on the inside. So I think, why don't we do this? Let's redo this. I don't use this. Ah. It's a thick paste. All right, where's that pick? Yeah, I think that's better. All right, so I have a small amount, and now I am going to go inside, and let's see. First, how about we do this one first? Okay, so this is tricky. Okay, so I'm pushing it, and now I'm tapping it like this. Not enough. Uh, okay. Tap, tap. I knocked the camera a little bit. We only have one hole left there to plug. So what happens is, well, I'll explain more as this thing is drying. You know what? I am going to force this wood filler all the way up to the surface. Because we are going to be re-drilling this. And when this hardens, this is really, really hard. Yeah. I'm having a hard time here. Okay, that's better. And this one. Okay. So let me do this. Oh, come on. Okay, so now I can talk while I make some adjustments here. I just remove this X-Acto blade. So if these are too large, which they are, we've seen how they it damaged these pins. So this is a damaged pin. So the ball end of the string goes inside of the hole that's too large in diameter, and it starts to damage the pin, and it starts to damage also the inside walls of this pinhole. Now, something, when we reglue the bridge, something is going to go through this hole, right? Either the glue, or in this case, I'm putting this wood filler. Sometimes I put, when I don't need to fix these holes, I just put modeling clay. Okay? You've seen me do this before on this channel. If you've watched other bridge re-glue repair videos on this channel. And now I want to clean up the inside as best as I can. So here I just have some water. Don't want to make it too wet. It's not going to be completely, perfectly clean, but we can also use a sanding block later, at some later time. Okay. I just want to clean it as best as I can right now. And that's on the inside of the guitar. It really does not affect anything, not even cosmetically. No one will ever see this unless they use an endoscope, or if they remove the back of the guitar. Yeah, I think I'm making the right decision. So we did see, if you watch part 1, the assessment of this guitar, which is part 1 on this playlist, we did see that the strings were not seated properly in the pinholes. So they were kind of sticking out. The part of the string that's tied into a knot was protruding through the bridge on the few string holes, and yeah, so it already looks better. You can see I cleaned up already a little bit. this, I know what people like to ask, oh, will it affect the sound? No. People ask funny things. That's one of the most frequently asked questions. If I do something to the guitar, oh, will it affect the sound? Now, let's say that the answer is yes. Well, that still doesn't mean that it'll make it sound worse. It might affect the sound in a positive way, right? Oh, this is looking better here. You can see, yeah, already almost clean. I'm removing this. So friends, this is a guitar repair university here on this channel. This is Guitar Quackery Live. So if you feel you're learning anything and you think that others will benefit from, this kind of content, make sure you click the share button. Make sure you go on guitar forums and let people know. Again, you're doing me a favor, but you're also doing other people a favor. And if you are a guitar player, you're doing yourselves a favor, because the more knowledge is shared, it's like if other technicians benefit from this, and I'm not saying that I know everything, right? But I share what I know. It's more likely that next time you get, your guitar fixed, that it'll be done maybe like this. All right. So here we have the bridge plate. So the 4 holes are plugged. We see this here. This is fine. Now, I do want to touch up just a little bit from the top. There's just a little bit of filler here on the outside of the hole. A little speck right here. Okay, that was just laid on the surface. And yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay. So once we place the bridge here, obviously we're going to put glue here and here. So if we don't put something inside of these holes, they will get filled up with glue. So we are going to put modeling clay, which I have somewhere here. Excuse me. And we're going to prep this right now. Okay. Yeah, and if you are like aspiring technician, let's say, I don't know who's watching this, and you feel like you're learning so much that you want to like, buy this guy a coffee, you can click a link downstairs that says, buy me a coffee. And that helps me. Every little bit helps. Okay, so what am I doing? I should show you, right? Okay, it's pretty straightforward. So here we have the bridge, the modeling clay, And I'm just doing this, right? Plugging the holes. Oops. So I can now cut this. And this fits like this. Was this the hole? Okay, now it's kind of like a keyhole. So I want to put that part back where it was. And we want to shave it. And you know, I just realized, do I want to scuff it up a little bit with sandpaper? Now, sometimes I might do, you know, sanding when I put sandpaper on the soundboard and, you know, that sort of thing. So it's not going to work like that here. First of all, this is a little bit rough. There are some dimples, more than I want. It's to the point where I'm not yet considering epoxy, because epoxy is a good grain fill. I'm sorry, gap filler. But if I put sandpaper on top, it's not going to be really hugging every little dimple on this. And this is a really, really good fit. But I think it would be a good idea to scuff it up a little bit. So I have this sandpaper. It's a 180 grit. And look, I'm just going to do like a few diagonal. Okay, and I don't want to damage the edge, but I want to come close to the edge. Okay, just like that. All right, so that works. So if you watch, you're now watching part 6. So part 4, I believe, was the cleanup of this bottom side of this bridge. So once again, that's P180 grit sandpaper. Don't forget the P. Okay. And we want this to be completely clean before we apply the glue. So I'm going to clean it up with acetone. So as you can see, I am kind of like putting scratches in all directions. Okay. And now I can show you the clamping hole that I made. I made this last night. So this fits like a glove. Okay. All right. And I made these holes for the alignment pins, and I cut these so that it's a little bit flexible in this direction, right? Good idea. Now, like I said, I need to use some, acetone to clean the bottom. The soundboard is clean, so just this. And we're almost ready for the glue up job. Okay, just like that. I know I have that modeling clay there. It's not going to hurt anything. Okay. And now I want to use a clean part of the tissue. Yeah. So we see less coming off. Okay. We need to go crazy. So if a little bit of sawdust gets mixed into the wood glue, it's fine. It'll be fine. But you can see I cleaned it, yeah? Okay, now I continue with this. I'm only going to plug the 4 holes on the inside. So I can force it in and then trim it. Put it back in the same alignment, push it in. And I hold it here as I trim it here. Okay. This goes pretty fast. So the extra time spent doing this is time well spent, because if you don't do this, you'll be spending a lot of time cleaning up the pinholes. So I want it to be kind of concave, because these are 4 convex matching little, I don't know, bumps. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so for those of you watching this channel for the first time, this is Guitar Quackery Live, the auxiliary channel of Guitar Quackery, the live streaming channel. And here you can see now how I cleaned up the bridge plate. Now let's put this here for now. So this fits perfectly. We'll just check. I want to minimize how much I touch the bottom of the bridge with my dirty hands. But that's it, all right? So this is good. Some people put a little bit of wax here, like Renaissance wax or some other wax. I don't really feel like I need to do this. I can clean up. It's just I'm going to use Tide Bond. So I can clean up with Q-tips, moist Q-tips. This is water, and that's my modeling clay. Let's put it back inside here. And let's glue up the thing. Okay, so for all of you who just joined, I have a oh, I lost connection here. Endoscope, but I no longer need to use it. So this is good now. I can just remove it. I can remove the light. We won't be using the endoscope. So if you want the explanation, you're going to have to watch the replay of the first part of this, because I can't be I can't keep repeating the same thing over and over again for people who just happen to be joining the program. But basically, where's my clamping call? Where's the bridge? So this is, oh, here. I marked off 2 circles on the clamping call, so I know exactly where these need to go this way. Okay, we can put some tape on the guitar. Why don't we do that? Just some low tack painter's tape. And since we don't need the endoscope, I don't want to mess up the camera with the glue, so let me put it away. And what I usually do when I do glue-up jobs, because I use my phone to do all the switching, put it in a Ziploc bag. That's smart. Okay, that's it. So, got my phone, which is the switcher. Oh, come on. A big air pocket. Okay, here we have the tape. Okay, let's put away what we don't need. So this is the tape. Okay, so I'm gonna use this tape here. So here first. Okay, make little tabs. Okay, not, you know, I keep a little space. This is just to kind of like make sure that the glue doesn't spread everywhere. Yeah, we'll just do this. Now, if I really wanted to be fancy, I would cut, you know, around the bridge to match everything. I'm not going to go crazy today. Like that. It's fine. All right. And on the sides. So I maintain a little gap, about 1 millimeter. Don't ask me how much that is in inches. Okay. See some little specks of something. Okay, just like that. And this is going to go this way. On top. Boom. And then I'll put this on the inside. Okay, we are ready. So let's just move this camera away. So this will be quick. Preparation takes longer than the actual job, right? Always. And preparation is very important, which is why I'm live streaming the preparation. So these live streams provide full transparency for the customers, so they can see exactly what I do when I repair the guitars. To my knowledge, I don't think any other shops are doing this yet, but here we are. We're doing it. Well, I work alone, right? Oh, except when Dr. Williams is here. When I say we, I mean you and me. Okay. Trash can. I have this brush. This is the cheap brush, you know, for kids. It's a $1 brush. It's really good for glue. Let me think. What's the best way to do this? Either way will work. Yeah. All right. We are about to reach the point of no return. So just check everything. I got my clamps here. This is here, this is here. All right, what are we waiting for? See, I could do YouTube shorts as well of this part of the bridge big glue. But that wouldn't show the actual work, right? Because like I said, prep work is key. All right. I'm going to do this fairly quickly. I'm just noticing that I think it's fairly dry today. No, actually, I just looked at the. It's 52%. All right, so it's good. Okay. And here, I want to put some glue on this. Yeah, I want to make sure that I spread the glue everywhere so that we don't have air pockets. And we are going to get plenty of squeeze out. And squeeze out is a good thing. We really don't want to overdo the glue, the amount. So last thing I need now is an incoming phone call or an unannounced customer knocking on my door. Okay. What's up? What's getting stuck here? Okay. All right. Now we can start the cleanup slowly of whatever squeeze out we see. Push a little bit. It's oozing out. And with the Titebond Original, I'm not too worried if I clean up everything perfectly. It'll be relatively easy to clean up afterwards as well. If I have any residue that's kind of dried up residue that I wasn't able to clean up. Okay. So it's much better to deal with more squeeze out than needed, as long as it's not like too much, than end up with air pockets on the inside. So this is good. We have some water. We need to focus this camera. Why is it autofocus? Okay. All right, so now we want to place this on the inside. We are going to use a single clamp to temporarily hold it. So I want to hold the bridge. I can feel where the pins are with my fingers. Come on. Why am I not hitting it? Okay, we're there. Okay, I also see that a little bit of glue is coming out of this thing here. This little crack. So there will be a little squeeze out here. We are going to clean that up at some later time after we unclamp the whole thing. I don't clamp it too hard right now, just a little bit. And this gives me a little more squeeze out. Maybe past the middle, towards the back. Okay, where's that brush again? We will have 4 clamps here, right? In a few minutes. So I want to get as much squeeze out of the way from the front of the bridge. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, so I have this marked off here where this needs to go. And then I know that I'm hitting the right spot on the inside of the guitar because I did have the internal camera there before. So this is where it needs to go. Because if it's not hitting the right spot, it can slip, and then we don't clamp it correctly. And I have this here as well. So same thing. We realign this. No, actually, wrong. I put this clamp here first, and now this clamp goes here. Okay. And now we gradually apply pressure, clamping pressure. Okay, here and here. Clean up a little bit again. Okay, and now I'm going to move the clamp that was in the middle off to the side. And you can see that I'm focusing more clamping pressure on the back of the bridge than here. But this custom clamping call is great because I'm also actually getting good squeeze out here, which is good. I wonder if I should pull the clamp just slightly in this direction. Yeah. Slightly more centered. All right. All right. So now let's apply pressure. And we wait for the squeeze out to come out a little more. So we might use this part as well. Maybe not this Q-tip, but you know. Okay. I keep forgetting to buy those long Q-tips for this purpose. I think I have a bunch of them somewhere. This one broke. So as more squeeze out gets squeezed out, it means I can apply more pressure. Right, okay. Also important to clean up this thing. Oh, look, it broke again. So I do this while the clamping pressure is doing its thing and squeezing out the glue. Okay. That's that. I can start moistening the Q-tips. That's just water. Now, just a little bit of water. So I don't want it to be wet, just slightly moist. Because I don't want to introduce water in the glue joint. It wouldn't really be devastating. It is water-based glue. I also don't think a lot of water can enter anyway. So I just do this, right? Also, I want to preserve my brush, so I just make it wet. So I can feel the glue is already stiffening up a little bit. At least that's the glue on the outside. Now on the inside, I'm not sure. But here I can feel that I can apply more pressure now. Sometimes I like to put, like, I tie these together. I have these, whatchamacallit, this thing. Hold on a second. These Velcro things. Cable ties, I think they're called. That's not really the one I'm looking for. This one. Okay. It's just good to make everything stable. Now I can see more squeeze out on both sides. Whenever I do a bridge reglue, I always feel that, you know, point of no return moment when I apply the glue. Time to start removing the tape. Okay. Because now we won't be seeing much squeeze out anymore. So. Okay. Now I just take my time to clean up. all around. Yeah, man. That's okay. Still see a little bit of squeeze out. I'm going to remove it. So this clamping caul and the other one, you know, drilling the holes on it, took about an hour to make last night. Yeah. I don't have all the tools in this shop to make these clamping cauls, so for now I make them off camera. Well, one day that might change. Yeah. So for some reason, I'm still seeing a little bit of squeeze out on the inside. That's the hard to reach area right there. So I have this tip that I just cut from the Q-tip. I use it to remove that little remaining amount of glue that I see there. Okay, I think we're done. Yeah, so this took an hour and 14 minutes and 24 seconds. All the prep work and the glue up and the cleanup. And I'm still cleaning up a little bit. Well, I did do a little bit of work before I started the live stream. So I did one dry run and I prepped the camera and everything. The inside camera, the endoscope. Okay. So now this is safe to leave on the workbench, or if you have another area, you know, if you do this work, or you can even hang it on a hanger. Now I don't have a free hanger here, so let me show you on this hanger here. So you could do this. It's not going to hurt anything, just, you know, slowly. like that. But this is not a good hanger for this because of the amp here. So I am going to, I might leave it on the bench because I am not going to stay longer tonight. I think I'll just leave it on the bench. Now when it's dry, bag it, bag it, and put the bag. Let me show you. I have a bag here, but I'm gonna do it afterwards. And then you put a humidifier in, which is just a wet sponge. You just put a big bag over everything, tie it here, but leave a wet sponge inside. And it's not dry anymore here, so, but I'll do it anyway. Okay, friends, so we've come to the end of this one. Yeah, I have a few bags. I'm gonna bag it. Next time you'll see me, I guess I'll be unbagging it. All right, let me see what's happening here. Plenty of comments. Okay. Wago or Wago, I guess, Howard Hannah Howe says, excellent stuff. Thank you. And he subscribed, or she, I'm sorry. Howard, that must be a he, right? So thank you for subscribing. Don't forget to share, right? That's important, to share. You help this channel grow, and you help the community, and you'll help everyone. Okay. So I'll show you more stuff, right? I got some interesting projects here. But like I said, I'm not going to stay late today for change. This is the last project of the day. I worked on a few guitars today, but this is the last one. All right. Enough with this nonsense. Okay. 1 hour to make a tool, not bad. Yeah, took an hour. I timed it. So, you know how I time things? Sometimes I just take a picture of something at the beginning, and then maybe a picture, or a couple of pictures in the middle of the project, and then a picture at the end. And then I look at the pictures. They have timestamps, right? So, yeah, so about an hour. Okay. And this is good. Just double checking everything. It looks good. There's good closure on the back. Yeah, I don't see any issues here. I see a little residue that's dried up a little bit, but I can clean this. So I'm gonna have to clean it anyway, so let me clean it. Now you can't really see it. I mean, I'm not gonna try to light it and put the camera in a strategic place so I can show it. I just have to take my word. There's a little dried up residue. You know, I kind of need to shift my head to see it. And I'll be able to clean up this afterwards anyway. This is tight bond. So once we remove this, we'll be doing some drilling. All right. The customer says that he is traveling, leaving New York for good on the 9th. Today's the 2nd of June, 2025. There's nothing there. I'm just double checking. There's really nothing there. I saved this Q-tip. Okay, my friends, that's it. Time to say goodnight. Early this time. So, good night. Make sure you tell your friends about this channel. Well, only 3 people watching. I think the regulars are here. Aficionados here. Wago, or Howard, how should I call you? Is maybe here. Okay. Okay, friends, I am about to go home.